Hey guys, I'm Nicole Corte, and I'll be presenting to you the case that involved Woody Allen. So what is your favorite Woody Allen movie? You may be asking yourself, who the heck is this Woody Allen guy? Well, this is Woody Allen. Born December 1st, 1935, in Brooklyn, New York. He's an American film director, screenwriter, actor, and author who is best known for his romantic comedy films containing elements of parody and slapstick. He's been married and divorced a handful of times and still resides in New York. So what happened between Woody Allen and his adopted daughter one afternoon in August 1992? Dylan Farrow, Allen's adoptive daughter, then 7, had told her adoptive mother, Mia Farrow, that Allen had taken her into the attic area of their Connecticut house. He had told her to remain still and touched her private parts. Dylan said Allen had promised to take her to Paris and let her be in a movie. Shortly after Dylan's 1992 statement, she added to her story when asked by a major magazine. She added detail and described what Allen did to her as sexual assault. Allen has never been charged. Authorities at the time of the allegations were torn on whether he should be even charged. A doctor within the couple's custody fight theorized that Mia Farrow may have coached her daughter. The prosecutor at the time said he declined to charge Allen only because he wanted to spare Dylan Farrow from reliving the trauma. Today, she claims she has had to relive the trauma anyway. February 1992, Mia Farrow discovered nude photos of her adoptive daughter, Sue Previn, in Allen's home. He confessed to an affair with Previn, who was 20 at the time. Around August 5, 1992, Dylan Farrow confessed to her mother that Allen inappropriately touched her in the attic. August 13, 1992, Allen filed a custody suit against Farrow, accusing her of being an unfit mother. So there was a constant battle between Allen and Farrow, between the kids that they have adopted. So between August 1992 and 1993, the Connecticut police began to investigate the abuse claims against Allen. So come May 1993, doctors determined that Dylan's statements were made by an emotionally disturbed child and she was coached of influence by her mother. September 1993, the state's attorney announced that while he found probable cause to prosecute Allen, he dropped the case because Dylan was too fragile to deal with the trial. The attorney believed that Dylan was traumatized to the extent that he did not have a confident witness to testify in any court setting. Mia Farrow agreed with his decision to drop the criminal charges against Allen once the custody hearing had taken place, denying Allen of all visitation rights of their children. Allen later condemned the attorney as cowardly, dishonest, and irresponsible for saying he had probable cause without releasing evidence. So come December 1997, Allen married Previn. Wow, what a happy couple. In most recent news, February 1st of 2014, Dylan Farrow spoke out publicly for the first time about the alleged abuse through a blog of a New York Times columnist. So, is it too late for Woody Allen to be prosecuted? Well, one of the widespread beliefs about the Woody Allen sexual abuse allegations is that it's too much too late to prosecute him, and that his adoptive daughter is detailing her allegations publicly because she has no other recourse. Depending on the specifics of Dylan Farrow's account, it may still be possible to charge him. You ask how? If Allen's alleged sexual assault of Dylan Farrow was limited to one assault in Connecticut, then it is too late to prosecute him. But if she alleges that he committed other assaults a few miles away across state lines, he is still subject to prosecution. The passage of time would make the case difficult to prove, to be sure. But if Dylan Farrow says her adoptive father molested her in New York, she could still seek charges there. The state has a no statute of limitations on certain felony sex crimes. Dylan Farrow's memory is clearly sharp, And if she went to Manhattan prosecutors now, they would look for evidence that she made claims 2 decades ago, similar to the ones she is making now. So the prosecutors would find plenty of evidence, but it is rare but not unheard of for people to go to prison for sex crimes that occurred decades earlier. So does Dylan Farrow contend that Allen ever molested her in New York? Her blog post does not go into detail about where she says she was molested, and it's entirely understandable that a survivor of sexual assault wouldn't want to share every detail with the public. So the attic-like room is different. Dylan Farrow describes what happened there as a full-blown sexual assault. Such an attack would certainly be a felony, and if Allen committed such an assault in New York, there is no legal barrier for Dylan Farrow trying to put him behind bars. So Woody Allen is living a testament to the way our society fails the survivors of sexual assault and abuse through Dylan Farrow's eyes. So let's think about what's going on in the news today. I'm going to leave you with a few questions to think about. So what makes the public shrug off Woody Allen's alleged abuses but collectively shun Bill Cosby? When is an alleged rapist not an alleged rapist, but we can never know what happened? And is there some tipping point number of victims after which we all decide, okay, that many people can be lying? And why is our default defense always on the side of the accused and not the accuser, even though we know that rape is rampant and false allegations are incredibly rare? Why do repeated accusations of rape just bounce off some beloved figures and burn others to the ground?